G'day guys, so today we're taking a look at a medial delt focused lateral raise, and the main point I want to kick this video off with is that when it comes to dumbbell lateral raises, we're using the force of gravity to produce the stimulus we want in the target muscle. So wherever you position your body in space, that deltoid that is sitting on top is going to be the fibers that contributes most to the movement. So in today's video, the setup is with a slight forward lean. The incline bench is set at about 80 degrees. So be aware that there are divisions inside of all three heads of the delts. So this is probably favoring the posterior side of the medial delt if you wanted to be really specific. Even though the dumbbell lateral raise is a household favorite, its resistance profile is not great. Where the muscle is its weakest, at the top, is where most of the resistance is. As the hand comes down closer to the side of the body, obviously there is less load in the delt, and that's actually where the muscle is stronger, or through that midpoint. So we definitely want to, with the tempo, we want to manipulate that resistance curve a little bit and make sure that we're getting a good pause at the top. That positioning at the top is going to be individual a little bit. Around that shoulder height is a good guide, maybe slightly above. But I often initially get clients to play around with that height a little bit and just find that spot where they really feel that medial delt, or the delt being used, maximally contracting at the top there. So you can see I've got a good 2-second pause in that position, and it's not just a matter of stopping at that top position. Now I'm really trying to make sure the load is where I want it. A few other really important take-homes for the lateral raise. You'll notice in relation to the mirror, my elbows are forward to my shoulders. At the top there, that elbow positioning is roughly probably running parallel with about my face. So the elbow is forward. It's not, the upper arm is not directly out to the side on the shoulder line. It is forward. And with the lateral raise, all lateral raises, it's very much an out movement, not an up movement. So as I go through that, I'm actually trying to reach towards the dumbbell stack, initiating each rep with the shoulder itself without throwing or creating too much momentum, because I'm focusing this phase of training on that shortened position. Last but certainly not least is the big controversy in the industry at the moment around locking the scapula down. The lateral raise requires the scapula to move through its natural upwards rotation. So it would be my recommendation not to lock the scapula down. You would be working against the mechanics of the shoulder. That being said, definitely find a neutral position for the scapula, but apart from that, you can just not think about it too much and just let the mechanics of the shoulder do its thing. As always, we want to create a little bit of full body tension just to create nice stability and platform to execute from. And as far as range of motion goes, just be aware that that bottom 20 to 25 degrees is pretty much a dead zone when we're using dumbbells. So you'll notice I'm not actually coming down all the way to my side. I'm just lowering down and stopping just before I start to feel like I'm losing the tension in the shoulder. When the dumbbell is below the shoulder, there is no load in the working muscle. So even though it is range of motion, it's not active range of motion for the muscle. All right, guys, there's plenty there for that one. I hope that all helps. Cheers.